James Carpenter with Country Living. Welcome to my channel and thank you for watching my videos. It's Saturday morning. We're getting ready to go out and work on the Tesla garage. I'm fixing breakfast for the guys when they show up. These are the fried potatoes. I know they might look a little bit overcooked to some of you, but me personally, I like them well done. I'm going to get those out of the way so I can start fixing omelets. Move these sausages out of the way. Okay. Put a little bit of, a little bit of garlic on there. Some cheese. Another flavor of cheese. Okay, and we've got some ham. Some mushrooms, fresh mushrooms. A lot of people may not like that on their omelet, but I'll tell you what, it's probably going to really give it some flavor. It's got some oil in it. It just looks good. I don't want to put too much of that over there. I don't want to overwhelm the taste of the rest of the omelet. So we'll just put a little bit on there. And we'll top it off with some pico de gallo. I hope my pronunciation was somewhat close of that term. Okay, take your last look. I'm about to cover it up. That's not good. That is not good. Let's see if we can put it back together a little bit here. That's not too bad of a patch job. I think if my spatula was just a little bit longer, I could avoid ripping that open like that. We did a little better with that one. Okay, so this is how we start the day before we work on the Tesla garage. I want to thank you for watching. I know you can't smell the omelet, but I can guarantee it's going to taste good. I made some chili last night for the guys this afternoon because it's going to be cold out there. So we got some really good chili here. All right, so let's get to work. The other guys showed up an hour or so later, and I made a couple more omelets for them. Two different. One was more of a just ham and cheese omelet, and the other one was made similar to the one I made for myself. And just saying, it was really good. And I'm not just saying that because I made it, but I believe that that those olives and that oil, it gave it a really unique flavor. Now we're working in coveralls and hats and everything else today. 2 days ago here in Ohio, we were in t-shirts working on the Tesla garage. And today the temperature is about 29 degrees and you can hear the wind in the background. So with the wind chill factor, which I don't know what that is, but the wind's blowing pretty good. So like when I'm up on that ladder, you almost have to hang on with one hand because the wind's blowing hard enough, it wants to push you off the ladder. So we are working in the cold today, but we've been blessed with those warm days. It's a little more difficult to work when you have all this clothing on because you have all that extra restrictions on your movement. I've got the videos sped up a little bit. I know some of them 2-hour videos I'm putting out there, them long episodes, I don't know how many people are watching those in their entirety, but I appreciate you for watching in general. I stated in another video that it's difficult to edit these things down to 23 minutes when it's 7 hours worth of construction. So if you are watching them in their entirety, I appreciate it. If you're not, I hope you're enjoying it anyhow by skipping through it. But one thing I will say is that when we are working, you can hear our conversations. I mean, we're just working together as a team. It's myself, I'm the one that owns the property, Country Living, and Chad, because of my age, I'm 68 now, I just don't have what I had when I was 20 and 25 and all that. So I hired Chad, and Chad's got a helper, William, and those guys do spectacular work. along with myself, I do great work too. I just, me by myself, this would take months to do, so I contracted Chad to give me a hand, and I would highly recommend him if you're looking for a handyman. He's good with carpentry, tile, just about anything that needs to be done around the house. William and I are working on blocks. We're putting blocks in that section of the wall there to catch the wall covering. And Chad's working on the purlins over top of the rafters. Now once we get all those in, we're going to go back through and put the timber lock screws through the purlins into the rafters. Really tighten them up and ensure that the wind never pops them loose. Now in previous videos I referred to the timber lock screws as timber woof. I don't know where that came from, but they are called timber lock screws. We've got the 4.5, and we've got some that are 11.5 inches if you want to go really deep. The last time we were in Home Depot, and this may be something they do at your local Home Depot, there was a cart in the wood section just out in the aisle, and everything on that cart is 70% off. So we literally got quite a few 2x6s and 2x4s that we're going to use for blocks anyhow. So instead of cutting up good lumber, we're going to cut that undesirable lumber up into blocks. So it worked out great for us. But we got quite a few 2x4s and 2x6s for $16 and something once they took the 70% off. So that's another way you can save money. You know, think ahead, think about what you're doing and where you can use some of that less desirable lumber, such as blocks. And obviously those 4x4s are discolored. I got those at a pretty good price too from my Habitat connection. But for this build here, the majority of the lumber is new. today we'll finish the framing. We'd like to start putting metal on, but with the wind blowing the way it is today, it's not a good idea. But with the framing done, the next couple episodes we'll be installing the metal. Once the metal is on, we'll start the interior work, insulating the walls and putting the wall coverings on, and we'll finish hooking up the Tesla charger. And you'll see bits and pieces of that. You can actually see the electrical on the wall over there on the gray wall. I'll take all the footage for the electrical and make one video for the Tesla charger, so that other people can see how we installed our Tesla charger. But all these episodes I'm putting out right now are basically, when you spend $60,000+ on a car, you really don't want to leave it sitting around outside. So we named these episodes the Tesla Garage. So obviously we're just going to build a garage to put the Tesla in. So we got a $60-some thousand Tesla. Now we've got, I don't know what we're going to have in this when it's all said and done, but at this point, just in materials, I added those all up the other day. We're at about $6,000 in materials. That includes, no, that doesn't include the concrete, so we're probably at about $8,000. But it does include the metal, and I've already purchased the hardwood from the Amish that we're going to use on the interior walls. So we still got to get the insulation and plywood for the ceiling. We're going to put the plywood directly up on those rafters, and the plywood will be painted white. And then the skid lumber I got from the Amish, it's not used lumber, it's brand new, but dimensionally they couldn't use it, so they sold it to me at quite a discount. We're going to run that through the planer and stain it and varnish it, or polyurethane it, after we get it up. But we're going to have a really nice hardwood looking back wall, the side wall there where you see the walk-through door, and up around the garage door. The front of the garage facing the outside, we're going to cover that with 3/4 inch womanized plywood, because I've got another guy that's done other work for me, masonry work. He's going to come in, and I've got a bunch of pavers. You probably see them in other videos. We're going to put the pavers on the face of the building. So you got that to look forward to if you stick with me on all these different episodes. You'll eventually see the interior being done, and you'll see the pavers going up on the front, and then all the trim to make it all look nice and neat. And we got that man door we have to install, and there's a contractor that's going to come out, local guy here in town that does all my garage door stuff. He's going to put up the insulated garage door and the opener. So we got it all figured out. It's going to be quite a few more episodes. I encourage you to stick with me on this build. And when this build's over, obviously, my channel, Country Living, I'll be getting into something else after this. But for now, you're basically going to see a lot of the construction until this is over with. I want to let you know I appreciate all my subscribers. You guys are great. I appreciate you taking enough interest in me to follow me the way you do. If you just happen to stumble onto this video or any of my videos and you like the content, by all means subscribe, because on YouTube it's all about building a channel. I'm not going to say we're in this to get rich or anything, and the money's not what motivates me. I have other reasons for wanting to do these videos. It's kind of like to leave something behind for my grandchildren, so they can look back at Grandpa on YouTube and what he got into and the stuff he did around the place here. I follow quite a few other people. I got up at 5 o'clock this morning. I'm an early riser, and I typically like to start watching YouTube right off the bat, and I kind of look forward to seeing either something from Colorado or Diesel Creek. Now the Morgans, they're good. They post every day, so I watch Mike every day. But I look forward to Colorado and Diesel Creek. They're some of my favorites, and there's a lot of other YouTube channels I watch, but those are probably my personal top 3. You know, I see a lot of people my age riding scooters, parking in handicapped spots, and doing all that. But I have this belief: you just got to get out of bed and you just got to get to work. And I've been doing it for 68 years now. And you know, I could have one of them handicap stickers hanging off my mirror. I've had some serious injuries throughout my lifetime. I've had 3 cracked vertebrae. I've had 5 crushed vertebrae. That's enough to disable most people. But I don't let that kind of stuff stop me. I just get out of bed, go to work every day. And I'm Social Security retired, but I'm not retired. I'm still working, trust me. So if you're older, get out of the wheelchair, get up and start moving around, get something done, if you're physically able. Alright, I want to thank you for watching, and have a great day.